Val, come on.
I did not pay thousands of dollars to learn this shit. Write an article and be creative? Are they suggesting that I'm not creative? I am probably the most creative person in that class of sexually repressed retards.
Come on. What's your topic? It can't be that hard.
Comas. Like patient in hospital comas.
Relax. You're overreacting.
Where am I gonna find someone who was in a coma?
I think my gardener was in an accident a few years ago.
You have a gardener? Whoa, Lady Rockefeller.
Anyways, my gardener, John, I think he was in a coma. He was in the hospital.
Are you serious? That's awesome. The interview should be really quick.
Yeah, I could definitely use a beer after the day of work I've had. Hey, Val, I'm going to Opus for a beer. You want to come?
I can't. I should do this assignment. Maybe later?
Okay, but you're missing out. Yeah, and he says, I demand an explanation for these shenanigans. What do you have to say?
My name is John Oppenheimer, and I'm an agriculturalist.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, okay.
So, in other words, you're a gardener.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard that a couple years ago you were in a coma.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me about that?
I was in a coma for about 4 months. You know, felt like sleeping for 12 hours or more. You know what I mean, like a long hibernation.
What causes a coma?
I don't know how to answer that, but I can tell you what caused mine. A gunshot. 2, to be precise. You see, it's kind of a long story, so I had to start at about a month before the shooting, when I first started to feel the burn. I started to feel this itch, like millions of pins were hitting me all at once, and I felt portions of my body were burning. So I went to see a doctor, but he didn't know what to make of it, so he gave me pills. But those pills made me tired, and they cost so much. So I stopped taking them. Days passed, and everything seemed back to normal. A few weeks had gone by, and the burning came back. It really affected my work. Eventually it got so bad that I lost my job. Just couldn't get up in the mornings, couldn't concentrate. Losing my job. That made Michelle stress out big time. Michelle, she's my ex-wife. You know, you always want what's best for your family, but cutting lawns for the rich and privileged was never what Michelle and I had in mind. One day I was at Jimmy's, a bar close to where we lived. Just went there to have a couple of beers just to get the stress out and forget about home for a while. And this young dude walks in. Long jacket, nice shoes, a sweater like those mannequins wear at Sears, and a beautiful blonde with him. We're walking towards the table. That moment, that's when the burning came in full force. I scratched and scratched, but nothing could make it stop. I went outside to calm down, and I fell to my knees. I was helpless at that point, about to pass out. And the young, smooth dude walks out the bar towards his car. I walked towards him and just stood there staring at him, at his clothes, his hair, his girl, everything about him. He said something to me like, "Get the hell out of here," but I wouldn't leave. It overtook me. I gave him a quick punch in the stomach, and I just started pounding him. And then I went on to the girl he was with, just so she could shut the fuck up. He wasn't that good looking then, especially his girlfriend.
Don't.
At least not yet. I don't want you to be next. I had to change my clothes before Michelle saw me, but I woke her up. And before I could do or say anything, she just let out a piercing scream. You just can't imagine the pain I was in after that scream. I struck her. My daughter was next, and that was worse. Cops came around, went out the back, they started chasing me, and I got shot. When I woke up, I said to the cops that I was chasing this guy who was just ahead of me when they shot. And within a few days, my luck turned and the cops said they had found a guy. And they charged him for the crime. Got a picture of the crime scene. Good luck with your article.